Hi, it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I wanted to share a new pen day or new pens day. It's cool being married to somebody who enjoys this hobby, but it also can get a little expensive when a limited edition pen comes out and we both have to have it. So I got two of the new TWSBIs that I am going to show you up close. They are already unboxed and my husband already inked his up, so I'll show you what he inked his up with, and then you can help me decide. I'm gonna swatch, I think, 7 inks that might work for it. First, I just wanted to follow up on my June journal video. If you saw that, I shared 4 pages, I think, and the mandala was kind of a hot mess, and I said I was gonna redo it. So I did redo it, and I will show you how it ended up. So remember, this one was the one that was kind of a hot mess with that middle area because I kept trying to cover it up and do different things. And then I used mostly the similar colors. I used a couple different ones. Let's see if that's getting on there. But that was the other one that I ended up doing in its place because I wasn't happy with the first one. So just wanted to proof of following up that I actually did it. Okay, so we are going to talk about the TWSBI Serpentine with bronze. It is so pretty, and I'll show it up close here in a second, but I saw this pen announced last month and I kind of put it out of my brain, not thinking that I would be making any pen purchases before the pen shows, because I'm trying to be, I know that I'm really going to get excited at the pen shows and that there's going to be a lot of things that I can like literally have instant gratification with. So I was just like, hey, I'm not going to, buy any pens until the show. But then all of a sudden it was like pre-order, and I went, oh wait, what? And then it's available to order. And so on the 25th of June, I hopped onto the TWSBI website because it went live on the 25th. I went to Goldspot, I went to Atlas, I went to I can't remember, it wasn't Goulet, I went somewhere else. They were all sold out, and I didn't want, well, they had like Stubbs, I think, and I was just like, I'm taking a break from Stubbs right now. And I thought, this is a limited edition pen, and it's green, and it's unique, and if it's limited edition and it's already selling out, I don't know, with limited editions, I don't know how often they restock or whatever. So I just went ahead and just got them right off the TWSBI website, and I ordered them on, what day was the 25th? I don't remember, but it didn't take very long. They're in California, so just up the West Coast for me. But we got 2 beautiful pens, and I'll show you. I'll compare, and you can see kind of how each one is different because it's a mixed resin. And this is TWSBI's. I think it's their own, the second one they've done. So they did one mixed resin earlier this year that was like kind of a light turquoise jade color mixed with like a white or cream. I did not get it because I actually just really didn't find it very interesting. So this is their second mixed resin colors, etc. And I'm really happy with our purchases. So we'll take a closer look, and then I will do some ink swatching, and you can tell me which one looks the best. All right, so first up, I will show you my husband's pen. His has some nice little bits of the kind of orangish brown in there. He's got a little pop of color there, and tiny little fleck of white. His piston little finial thing is pretty dark. And then if we look at mine in comparison, I barely, there's a teeny tiny bit of that brown. I have a couple of white splotches in there. And then if you look at my piston filler down here, it's a lot lighter, and then Mine has. So you can see how different those look. Oh, get them on the same plane there. So that's what's fun about these, I think, is just each one is a little different. I bought a medium and a fine, and we just kind of decided, okay, who wants what? And if we ever wanted to swap, we could. I took the fine. I've been on a fine nib kick. I don't know why. I didn't feel like I was going to put a shimmer ink in this, so I just went ahead and was like, oh, I'll just try the fine. So he put, let's see what he put in here. I'm pretty sure he put shower scum in his. So whenever we get new pens, we always fill them up and then take each other's and write with it a little bit in our notebooks. And yeah, Birmingham Pen Co. Shower scum. I think this is a good match for his because he does have, oh, where'd it go? He does have that nice little blip of orange in there. And since, number one, I don't have any orange in my pen, and number two, I already have shower scum in something else, I did not even put that on the list for mine as a contender. So I have 7, and the first one, I'm gonna just see, I'll set this right here so we can look at it. The first one is Birmingham Pen Co. Oil Rag. I do have this in another pen, but here's the deal. I love this ink with a passion. And so if I have it in 2 pens, I am going to be absolutely okay with that. And if you know me, you know that I don't often feel that way. But for oil rag, I would make an exception because I just really like this. And you guys, seriously, I am going to have to get off Birmingham Pen Co.'s mailing list because they send out their colors of the week or their bundles of the week, and I am just absolutely obsessed with their colors. I actually have another order on the way. And here's the thing. I know I keep saying, oh, I'm not going to spend any money till the pen show. Well, Birmingham Pen Co. is not going to be at the pen show. So if they pop up with some amazing colors, I'm just going to go ahead. If they are colors that I will use, and I'm going to just grab them. All right, next up, Colorverse Brain. This is a shimmer ink. So we'll see. I don't worry too much about putting shimmer inks in mediums, but sometimes fines, they do get a little sticky in my experience. I know some people, they don't have any problems at all, but I have, so I'm just gonna see what's the level of shimmer with this guy. And I either have this, no, I don't have this in a pen currently. I was gonna say, I have had this in a pen quite often because it is a great ink. I really like it. All right, next up, oh, it's another Birmingham. It's one of my favorites. It's Sugar Kelp. I have talked about Sugar Kelp before. My husband actually took some of this Sugar Kelp and dyed one of my journal covers. I've shown this before, but I'll show it again if you're new. He was just trying, this was like an experiment. He did some texturizing on here, and then he dyed this plain leather, like that started out like that, and turned it into that. And how interesting that it was so light on the outside and then it just turned really green on the inside. So anyway, I just love Sugar Kelp so much. And it is not a shimmer. It does do some fun things though to the water. It's almost like this electric green. So if you know Birmingham, oh, what's the name of the ink? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to find it and just put the text over. But it is like in your face, sheening and just crazy. And when you rinse it off, it turns the water like just neon green. This one does that a little bit, kind of a hint of some funky neon. All right, next up, oh wait, see, can you see how electric green that is? I don't know, it might not be as glowy on camera as it is in person, but you can see it almost on the rim. You see that little bit of sheen there. That's fun. Next up is Robert Oster African Gold. Now I pulled this before I realized that my pen did not have any of the orange on it. So I don't know that I will use this one as an actual contender, but I wanted to keep it on the list just in case you get this pen and you have some orange in yours. I do think this would be a lovely matching ink to kind of highlight that little pop of orange. Kind of keep getting some blops. The brass Kakimori nib, it's a softer nib, and so I feel like sometimes it's a little more flowy than the stainless steel nib. All right, next up is Pilot Irishizuku Yamaguri. Love this color. I love all of the Pilot Irishizuku inks that I have. There's a couple that I really want but can't get my hands on anymore. Why do ink companies do that? Darn it. I was just talking about all of that with buttered popcorn in my Ferris wheel press video. It's like, give the people what they want. And what this gal wants is some butter popcorn and some, oh, what is it called? Inahu, I think, is the Pilot color that I've been wanting, that I can't get my hands on. I will say I did swatch these colors also in my Hobonichi. I'm going to show you, and that way we can take a look at, do these inks behave differently on this Nemosine paper compared to the Hobonichi paper. Okay, next up we have Ferris wheel press, and I just showed this one in my last video, but we're going to look at this to see if it would be a good match for my pen. Oh, and sorry, I didn't say the name. It's Dancing Time. I feel like this is going to be a little too blue. It's a lovely kind of greenish, grayish green, but it's just got some blue undertones that I just don't think I like with my TWSBI. It's really struggling to get it off the nib there. I don't know, it just didn't want to flow. Sometimes I'm holding my hand at a weird angle or the nib at a weird angle, and I notice it doesn't love that. I guess that's just being a lefty and trying to not obstruct or make a mess here. Okay, last color is Diamine Good Tidings. This is a super dark ink and it's extreme sheen. So I don't know, we're gonna see. When I was looking on my swatch cards, I picked it because I thought, oh, maybe, I mean, you can see how much sheen just is on that rim. And I feel like it's almost like a black base, so I don't know if this is going to be a good one. But if I remember correctly, at least from my swatch card, the sheen was pretty green, and I think that's why I was gravitating towards it, is that like not the base color of ink, but the actual sheen. And if it's an extreme sheen, I'm going to assume that it probably puts down quite a bit of sheen on top of the base that's looking kind of black. And this was an Inkvent ink. So on the Inkvent calendars, if you're not familiar, they give you 24 little bottles and then one, what is this, 50 ml? 30 ml. And so this was like the Christmas Day one. definitely is flowing well out of this nib, especially compared to the Dancing Time where it was struggling. Okay, so we're going to give this a minute to dry, and then I'm also going to grab my Hobonichi so we can look at them side by side. Okay, we're looking pretty dry, so let's take a peek up at these close. Let's see if I can kind of hold my pen up here too. All right, so there's the oil rag. There's the Colorverse Brain. We can see the shimmer there. There's Sugar Kelp. There's Robert Oster African Gold. Yamaguri, still a tiny bit wet there. Dancing Time. And Good Tidings. I'm going to move this to see if we can catch that shimmer. Or sheen, I mean. I don't know if it's showing up. It's not really showing up on this paper very much, so that's interesting. Let's look at it in my little Hobonichi. So this is just where if I'm like bored, or if I'm wanting to, think about color families or whatever. Like these were all a handful of new Birminghams that I got, and I just did that. So here are these 7 up close, really quick. The Dancing Time, the Brain, Oil Rag, Sugar Kelp, African Gold, Yamaguri, and Good Tidings. So see that sheen shows up a lot better on, get over there. So it shows up a lot better on the Hobonichi paper than it does on the Nemosine. So what do you think? Are there any that kind of like, yes, maybe, or absolutely not? I think I could get away with the African Gold just because of the bronze accents there. I do still feel like Dancing Time's too blue. Brain, it's okay. I'll be honest, like Oil Rag is kind of standing out as a pretty strong match in my mind. So let me know what you think. And even, well, like I said, if you end up getting one of these and yours has, more brown in it, or, maybe has some hints. I mean, because it kind of like, I could see where maybe a certain splash or swirl would work with Dancing Time. I just don't think it's going to work great with mine, but I kind of leaning towards this, but I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. If you're going to get this pen, it is a limited edition, like I said, and it's got these lovely bronze nib and accents there and clip. So I'm really happy that I got this, because if it sells out and they don't bring it back, I would have been really sad. Okay, I appreciate you sticking around and watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I am working on a leather journal video. So for those of you who commented on my last video, when I asked if that would be helpful or interesting, I'm in the process of getting that put together. So, but anyway, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.